Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hey, what's happening out there in UAV, UAS, drone society, drone community? This is O'Neal. This is my channel, Drone Up Quadcopters. Welcome you all. This right here. I'm fairly new to the drone community, and right now I'm flying my first drone that I bought, that I own at this point. It's the Holy Stone HS360S GPS drone. It's a drone that weighs less than 249 grams. And, it doesn't have a gimbal. So it's going to be very, 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 very shaky footage. No matter when you fly, if it's got a little wind, you really going to know it. Because it's definitely going to push your drone around. And doing so with no gimbal, you will see that in your videos as well. So this is my first flight. Actually really just putting it in the air. And I'm flying about probably between 150 to 250 in altitude. And yes, it had picked up, got a little windy out there. It's a good day to fly, but the wind in that area where I'm located, kind of got a little windy. But even that, because it doesn't have a gimbal on the HS360S, that makes it, that makes the video very shaky. But other than that, it kind of performed well to a certain extent, other than just the wind and the videos being shaky. But I'm flying in a freer area, freer zone, as they call it. Even though my drone HS360S doesn't weigh no more than 249 grams, which means it doesn't have to be registered, nor do it need a remote ID, because I'm flying it just for recreational purposes. And plus, in the area I'm flying it is a freer zone, which is a FAA recognized identification area, which means in those areas specifically, you do not need to have a remote ID to fly your drone. So this is my first flight, just really testing it. And the only test I did was just put it in the air and just, went to flying. And as you see, like I said, probably the only bad thing, not bad thing, but the only part about this is no gimbal. So you will have shaky footage. And I'm just, just flying around in the area. Kind of new to the area too, just getting these aerial videos of it. And it's not heavily populated. Kind of early, somewhat early in the morning. And in this area, as you see, you barely see any traffic. So I'm just out there just flying around. I don't think I went no further than 240 something, feet per se, 240 something to between that and I think the max I probably went 500 feet maybe from where I was. And in this area, like I said, it's a freer zone, so that's why I chose this to take my first flight with, that I didn't have to worry about or I have to bother with the area, basically, because here it's set up just for the purpose of flying drones or flying your UAS without remote ID or without any registration, so you will not be bothered in this area when you are out there flying. But the only thing I say in this area, I was bothered a lot by the birds. They would not leave. They would not stay away from this drone. You might see some in the video. I mean, the entire time I'm flying it, the birds they flocked around it. I had to go. Sometimes I went down, try to avoid them. Sometimes I went up. That still didn't matter. When I go down, they follow. When I go up, they follow. But like I say, I really didn't fly much. Didn't really fly as much as I wanted to, as long as I wanted to, because of the winds and because I was fearing that the birds would, would hit the drone. But eventually, a good thing they didn't. But they did not stop. They kept flying around it. So I guess these are some very curious birds, whatever type of birds they are. They definitely stayed with this drone the entire time it was in the air. So I'm flying over what they call the, like I said, I'm in a freer area. Once again, an FAA recognized identification area. And I'm flying over a river. And this is my first flight once again with the Holy Stone HS360S GPS drone. Just put it up there and I just went to flying it. And I just let it sit there for a minute just to kind of look over a few things. And as you see, once again, the wind is definitely rocking it. And because it has no gimbal, you will see all the movement when that wind shifts. So once again, I'm just got in the air, just testing it and just flying and just letting it go. And I kind of enjoyed it. This being the first drone I own at this point in time. And me being new to it, I'm definitely learning a lot. And didn't know this much existed when it comes down to learning and being a part of the drones community, UAV society. It's rather fun. But I initially want to up it up a little bit, take it up a notch by getting that part 107 certificate, so that I may be able to, do this as a profession. Because like I say, it's real fun to do this, to actually fly these drones in the air and get some good aerial footage, good photos, and it's fun. And at the same time, you can create a business of it. So once again, this is my first flight with the HS360S Holy Stone GPS drone. Appreciate you for watching. Drone up quadcopters. This O'Neal. I'll be back with more.